Welcome back to Mindful Voices, the podcast that explores the deeper heart of who we are as individuals, communities, and our shared humanity. I'm Charles DeLeon, your guide in this conversation that honors the dignity of pain and hope in our collective story. Today's episode is not going to be neutral, and that's intentional because mental health isn't neutral. When people are harmed, when fear is normalized, when lives are treated as expendable, our nervous system responds. There's no middle ground between safety and threat. And neutrality in the face of cruelty isn't wisdom, it is avoidance. We've been taught that being calm means um, standing in the middle, that being reasonable means refusing to take sides. But history has never been changed by people who stayed comfortable while others suffered. In fact, politeness has been used as a weapon against justice. During the civil rights movement, people were told that they were wrong, that they had to wait. It wasn't their time yet. They were told to protest more politely, more quietly, at better times. Dr. King wrote in his jail cells about the danger of the white moderate, not the extremist, but the one who preferred order over justice and peace over truth. Women demanding their rights to votes were called hysterical and they were told they were being unladylike. Labor organizers were told that they were being disruptive for demanding safer work conditions. And the LGBTQ community were told to be less visible, less loud, less themselves. Politeness has always been praised when it kept people in power comfortable. But asking the oppressed people to be polite while they're being harmed isn't civil, it's control. And when people tell us to calm down, to lower our voices, to stop making others uncomfortable, what they're really trying to say is your pain is inconvenient. And that's not wisdom. That's how injustice survives. When a human life is taken, when the truth is visible and still denied, when systems are harmed and it's called order, neutrality doesn't protect us. It only protects the system. Wisdom doesn't rush to defend power. Wisdom pauses, it grieves. Wisdom doesn't ask, was it legal? It asks, was it humane? Because legality without humanity is cruel. And normalizing cruelty is how injustice survives. There are moments, and we're in one of them now, where refusing to choose is a choice. Silence becomes alignment, and distance becomes denial. So, no, this space here that I create isn't neutral, but it will be grounded, it will be honest, and it will be rooted in the belief that every human is sacred. And that's not extreme, that's wisdom, that's wise. What we're witnessing right now and what many are feeling in their body right now is not an overreaction. It is a healthy nervous system responding to injustice. People are being killed, the truth is being denied, even when the video is clear. Human life is being reduced to paperwork, policies, and excuses. And if your body feels tight, restless, angry, exhausted, numb, or constantly on edge, that's not weakness. That's your nervous system saying something is deeply wrong. I see it. I believe you. And I will fight for you. I will fight for justice, for dignity, and for our shared humanity. So let's name this. Let's name what's happening inside of us. When we watch these violent videos carried out by those in power, especially when justice is minimized or denied, our nervous system reads that as an external threat. Your body doesn't say this is political. Your body says, if the rule doesn't protect me, am I safe? That activates our survival response. Hypervigilance, rage, collapse, disassociation, and hopelessness. This is a collective trauma unfolding in real time. And here's the danger. If we stay constantly in this state, we burn out. If we shut down completely, then cruelty wins. So the question becomes, how do we regulate ourselves without becoming passive? How do we protect our nervous system without abandoning the fight? And this is really the main point of today's podcast. Regulation isn't compliance. So let me be clear about that. Calming your nervous system doesn't mean that you're accepting the injustice, that we're staying positive for positive sake. We're not looking away. We're not being quiet to make others comfortable. Regulation is about keeping your body strong enough to resist and not to surrender. Think of it like this: a regulated nervous system is harder to control, it's harder to manipulate, it's harder to be exhausted. And that's why oppressive systems thrive on fear and chaos. When you're not calm, we're not calming down to go to sleep. We're calming down to stay in the fight longer. And I want to talk about some practices that I use to calm my nervous system down. And they sound really simple, but I want you to give them a try if you start to feel overwhelmed. One of them is orientating yourself in the moment. Pick 3 things that you see, call them out or say it in your head. Think about things that you can hear, 2 things that you can concretely hear, whether it be the kids screaming, whether it be a car revving outside, whether it be music or a TV show you're watching. And name one thing that your body feels. Like right now, I'm feeling the chair that I'm sitting on. My backside feels it. And when we do these things and we practice this, we stay grounded. We tell ourselves we tell our nervous system that the threat is real, but I'm not helpless in this moment. I have control over what's going on. The second thing we could do is limit limit ourselves from being re-traumatized. Staying informed is important. Doom scrolling isn't. Set an intentional window for the news footage that you are going to take in. Not because you don't care what's going on, not because you don't care. It means that you care enough to preserve yourself, right? You're not required to witness every act of violence to be morally awake. So just set some time apart. Be like, you know what? I don't know, between 10 and 11, 10:30, or maybe today I'm not even going to try to look at the news because I don't want to know what's going on today. And that's okay. Just set time for it when you feel it's important to figure out what's going on. Number 3 is I want you to discharge your anger. Anger is an immobilizing emotion. It's immobilizing because it activates the body to move, to protect. It wants to correct what's unjust. It gives you the energies to set boundaries, demand change, and refuse harm. When it's directed, when your anger is directed and not suppressed, it's a good thing. So move your body, right? Move your body with purpose, because when anger is trapped, it turns inward and it poisons us, right? So if you feel overwhelmed by your anger, take a walk, but walk with purpose. Feel the blood pumping. Do some wall push-ups. Clench your fists, and open them back up. Exhale hard. Blow it out. Let that anger get out. That's telling your body and your nervous system that you're allowed to fight, but you're still in control. The 4th thing I want you to do is to stay connected to people that name the truth. Isolation dysregulates us. Gaslighting dysregulates us. Be around people who say what you're feeling isn't wrong. You're not crazy. What you're feeling makes sense. People who support you. We're biologically wired for relationships and to be around people. Just make sure the people you spend your time with are people who are supportive and are truthful about what's going on around you. Now, I want to speak about some physical safety. If you feel the need to protest, if you feel the need to make your voice heard out in the community, do it safely. Number one, don't protest alone. Have a protest buddy, somebody you're going with. Join an organization. There's plenty online. If you don't know any, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to connect you. Share your location with somebody you trust. Don't just go somewhere and not tell anybody. Know your rights. Know what it is that you can do and what you can't do. Don't get yourself in trouble. Have an exit plan. If something goes wrong, know how you're going to get out of it. Also, lastly, rest when you have to. You don't have to be out there protesting every night. It's okay to say, today I'm tired. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in pacing yourself. Movements don't die because of rest. They die because we become exhausted and we feel despair and we get stuck. Resting is not going to kill the movement. Refuse to lose your humanity. What breaks my heart is not just the violence, it's how easy some people are so quick to justify what we're seeing. How quickly they move to say, well, it's the law. They should have complied. That's just how it works. To me, that sounds like empathy shutting down, and I refuse to do that. I refuse to let cruelty turn me cruel. I refuse to let injustice make me numb. I refuse to let rage strip me of my humanity. I will stand with the oppressed, with the stranger, with my neighbor. Not because it's easy, but because it's the right thing to do. Now, I know that this past week has been difficult. Um, Watching people die is not a normal thing, and we shouldn't. We should be uncomfortable by it. We should be disturbed by it. But I like to close out this podcast by doing a little guided breathing meditation. And I would like you to try it with me. If you're not comfortable, don't do it. And we're not doing it to forget what happened. We're not using it to excuse cruelty or to go numb. We're doing it to take care of ourselves, right? We're doing it so our body knows that we're safe right now, that we're not weak, that we're responding normally to something that's profoundly abnormal. So there's a 1 minute breath meditation that I like to do. And again, this is a way of letting your body's nervous system understand that you're not in immediate danger. And I want you, when we're doing this, to concentrate on the exhale of our breathing. Because when we exhale, that activates the part of our brain or our nervous system that's responsible for calming us, for slowing us down and restoring balance. All right? So we're going to begin. So I just want you gently to breathe in for 4 seconds. And we're going to exhale for 6 seconds. Again. This time we're going to inhale slowly for 6 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. And blow out that exhale like if you're trying to fog up a mirror. Inhale for 6 seconds. Exhale. As your body exhale, feel your shoulders relax. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just bring it back to the breathing. Feel your body relax. Feel your chest fill up with the air if you're breathing it in, and feel it exhale as you're breathing it out. Hopefully, after you're done, your chest feels a little less tight. That's your body's responding. Not because the world is fixed, but because you allowed yourself to pause. So, one more time, let's inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Awesome. So, as you come back, I want to remind you that staying calm doesn't mean that you don't care. It means that you're protecting your capacity to care for longer. I see you, I stand with you. And this work of justice, dignity, and humanity, it's not meant to be carried alone or in a constant state of alarm. So take the breaks when you need it. And until next time, stay mindful, stay resilient, and keep moving forward. Later.